Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Thursday, March 13th, and we are here trying to help you make better, maybe less bad financial decisions. Now, really, that's not exactly what we're doing. What we are doing is we are trying to walk you through big decisions in your life that happen to touch your money. And for many of us, when we're making a big life decision, there is usually money involved. I'm sorry to say, it's not just that you can ignore it unless you have $1 bazillion. And even if you have $1 bazillion, sometimes your emotions will get in the way of the decision anyway. So why don't you get in touch with us if something's going on? All you need to do is go to our website, jillonmoney.com. Click the Contact Us button, which is in the upper right-hand corner. Write us that note. Tell us what's happening. If you'd like to join us live, check the box. Mark, the best executive producer in the whole world, he will actually follow up with you and figure out how to get you on the air with us. Maybe on this show, might be on our sister broadcast called The Money Watch Show. That is also a show that we love. That is a show that is now dropping on Saturdays and Sundays. And you can subscribe to all of our shows here at the Odyssey app or wherever you get podcasts. But check out the Money Watch Show. We are changing it up a little bit. We're going a little bit more into depth on issues that maybe we sometimes will gloss over here on our show, on our Monday through Friday show. So check out Money Watch. You can subscribe on the website or wherever you get podcasts. Now, with that said, let us turn to the matter at hand. We have Jennifer, who joins us from the Nutmeg State of Connecticut. Hello, Jennifer.
Hello, how are you?
Are you impressed that I know that it's the Nutmeg State?
I love that you know it's the Nutmeg State.
I know, it's crazy. What's going on? How can we help you out?
So I am a federal employee, and, times are a little crazy, and I'm kind of betwixt and between things right now. And I have some questions on, am I all set for retirement if I have to retire early? And, a pension is a big reason why I took this job. I love my job. It took me a long time to get to the point where I could apply to be a federal employee. And I've been a federal employee for just shy of 10 years. And that's the crux of the issue. In order to get my federal employees retirement system, the FERS, my minimum retirement age can be between 55 and 57, which is okay because I'm 57 with 10 years of service. And I don't actually have 10 years of service until October.
Okay.
And
you got to hold on for dear life, baby.
I got to hold on because a lot of the reasons why I moved out of higher ed, which is where I was before, and finance, which is where I was before that, was the pension. I have my thrift savings account, and I have some money from an old TIAA. I have a Fidelity account. I have all these different pieces, but what I didn't have was a pension. So that was really.
So has anyone in your little area been let go or not?
Not yet.
And has anyone been offered an early retirement in your agency?
Just the OPM letter.
So I wonder, that would be, if you had through September, would that give you 10 years or would it have to be through October?
It would have to be through October.
Okay, I got you. All right. I'm holding on for dear life with you. How much do you earn right now?
I wrote this all out, $132,000 a year.
Okay, great. And are you married, single, partnered?
Married.
Okay. Does your spouse work?
No.
Is your spouse okay?
He had health issues. So he's a little bit older than I am. He's almost 59 and a half. But he's not going to be working. He's going to take some distribution at 59 and a half.
Okay. So, and how old are you?
57.
55? Okay, 57. Got it. And do you guys have kids that are grown?
We have 2 in college.
Oy vey. Okay. How's that being paid for?
I had set aside a college fund. So one's in state school and one is in private. Actually, in this situation, the private school is less than the public.
That's so weird. Is that because there was more money available at the private school?
Yeah. Excuse me. More scholarship money available at the private school.
Amazing, isn't that? Because, your default is always state school, but then, some of these richer, smaller schools and private schools have the money to help you out.
Yeah.
So how's your cash flow right now on just your single salary of $132,000?
Tight. My cash flow is very tight.
How much money are you putting into the thrift savings plan?
I'm putting in 10% of my weekly pay, my biweekly pay.
How much money is in the thrift savings right now?
$162,000.
How about that old TIAA? What's in there?
$678.
And the Fidelity account, is that a brokerage account or a retirement account?
It's an old annuity with $70,000 in it.
And you mentioned that there's college savings, but that's all going to be spent, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's already earmarked. And
Any other money that is non-retirement, like a brokerage account?
no, I have $10,000 in an I bond
Okay.
that I got a couple of years ago when the interest rate was nice.
Yeah.
But it's about $11,000 now.
Okay. And what about cash, like savings, checking, money market, anything like that?
No, we have about $20,000 emergency fund.
Okay. That's fine. And you own your home?
We have a mortgage.
Well, that's okay. You still own the home. We're going to have, so how much is the house worth?
The house is worth $567,000.
I'm going to say 565. I like round numbers, gang. What is the outstanding mortgage amount?
$298,000.
Do you happen to know the interest rate on that?
3.13.
Okay. And you love this house? You're going to stay in this house?
Going to stay in this house until we retire and then sell it.
And then where are we going?
Don't know.
Mark has an extra bedroom. Are you a good cook? Because,
I am a good cook.
There you go.
I'm really not very good at handyman jobs. So something that has...
He's good at that. Don't worry. That's good. That's
okay.
Good. So when you look at the tight cash flow, have you considered pulling back a little bit on the thrift savings plan?
Well, I'm nervous about doing that.
I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking, and then we'll go through this. So right now, if you make it to October 31st, if you get to November 1st, what would the pension amount be?
The pension would be about $1,500.
Okay. $1,500 a month. But if you don't get to 10 years, it's zero?
Yeah. I can't find anything that tells me differently.
Okay, that's fine. We'll not change that. How much do you think you need right now? Like when you look at your tight cash flow, what do you think you're spending on a monthly basis? $6,000, $7,000, $8,000? What is it a month?
About $6,000 a month.
Okay.
You said when your husband turns 59 and a half, he's going to start taking distributions. What does he have?
Yes. Where is he?
Well, his distribution would come out of the $678,000. That was his TIA.
Okay.
Includes husband. Okay. Yeah. Is your husband disabled?
He is recovering from a cancer diagnosis.
So it's not disabled in the sense that he's not claiming Social Security disability.
No.
Okay. And what will his Social Security benefit look like when he is 62, 67? What's that look like?
It'll be about $1,600 when he's 62. It'll be $2,300 at 65.
And if you make it through those 10 years, do you get health care for life?
Yes.
Okay. Got it. And then I guess until you get to 65 and then you go over to Medicare. Is that how it works?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm thinking that we temporarily reduce your thrift savings plan from 10% to 5%. And the reason I'm thinking that is that I'm hopeful that this is just a temporary little pause and that the money, that extra 5% goes straight into the emergency reserve. I want you to try to bulk up your cash a little bit.
Okay.
Because if you
just
don't
in case
is exactly right. Just in case you don't make it. So this is not a big bet that we're making in terms of the thrift savings plan. We're saying, the rest of March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So 7-8 months. Now, let's say that you make it through this fall deadline. Would you stick around?
Yes. I would.
You'd stay as long as they'd have you.
I'd stay as long as they'd have me.
Okay. So then I definitely think pulling back to a 5% thrift savings plan. Mark, are you okay with that?
Yeah, at least for the time being, see what happens. Yeah, stockpile some cash.
Let's get some cash together, because here's the upside and the downside. The upside is that, like, oh, I've made a terrible mistake. I was fine. What was I thinking? No problem. And you can just restart that, once you get to November, or maybe even the following year. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, the downside of like what you're facing risk wise is that you don't make it. We lose that $1,500 a month. You got to go get another job, because there's not enough money here to get you to where you want to go. So what I think is most prudent is to do exactly what you're doing. Do your job. I'm sorry that this is happening right now, but there's a few things that are in your favor. I mean, if you want to do like the break the glass scenario planning, if you get booted out, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go and you try to find another job. You either can find it or you can't find it. But maybe what you would do is, if you really got freaked out, you could always sell the house. You got a couple $100,000 in equity in that. You could like settle in a second, take a breath, go rent somewhere, stockpile your cash, and find yourself a job. I don't think you're going to have to do that. I'm going to hope, because we're going to do hope, that you keep your job. But I think what you should do is, even though you have so far evaded this, I think you should just, for your own peace of mind, you're going to pull back the thrift savings plan investment. But I also think it would behoove you to start looking around for what would I do if? Like, if you lost your job right now, where could you go? Could you go back to higher ed? Is that a possibility?
It is
Not
a
that they're doing so
possibility.
great, but it's possible, right?
Yep. It is a possibility. I do have advanced degree, and I am in Connecticut, so that is college land, right?
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
So there's that. I just love my job. So this was really, just so disappointing.
I know.
And I'm so close.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be hopeful. Mark, how are you feeling? You feeling hopeful or not? Let's take Mark's temperature right now.
Fingers and toes are crossed, like for real.
Everything crossed. But I think, listen, if you hear otherwise, if the news isn't good, I want you to get back in touch with us, and we're going to put together the game plan for what needs to happen next. You get right to the top of the line, because any government employee who's listening, or someone who's just been let go, you get to cut the line. You're going to get preference. You're going to come on the program with us. So, Jennifer, do you guys have your estate documents done?
We do.
Okay, good. Let's go, community. Get your collective good wishes going. We need Jennifer to hang on. We got to get her to November 1. That's the goal. If you are out there and you're freaking out, because I hear it in Jennifer's voice, it's not a pleasant time. If something is going on, let's lay out some game plans for you. Maybe, again, pulling back temporarily on your retirement contribution to help your cash flow. This is the most important thing you can do in times of transition and crisis. Cash, gang. You've got to try to really stockpile that. But get in touch with us if you need some assistance. Go to jillonmoney.com, hit the contact us button, write us that note. Don't forget, while you're on the website, check out all of our content that lives there, all the links to everything else that we do. You can subscribe to us on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Please leave us a rating and review wherever you listen. And of course, lift someone up. Let's lift up Jennifer, for God's sakes. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.